Hi everyone, and I'm back. Please excuse my drowned rat appearance. I just had the dogs out for a walk and it started raining, but I need to get this video done. And I've just been so busy the last couple days. I haven't given you a post review of my diamond party from Sunday. So I just wanted to do that while I worked on my canvas. I hardly got anywhere with it because I haven't been diamond painting, but just this little tiny square down here. So I thought I would work on it a little bit. I only have 38% left on my phone, so this will not be a long video. But anyway, I wanted to turn the camera down. I'll continue talking and we'll just work on this canvas while I gab a little bit. So I have I actually, gosh, my thoughts are just going a million miles a minute here. I had a successful party, I would say. A total of 13 people showed up. Two of the people couldn't stay very long. They had a prior commitment, but I did get some pictures and I am going to use them as my thumbnail. But yeah, so 11 of them stayed for the whole duration, and we just had a fantastic time. That's all I can say. It was so much fun, and they want to do it again, of course, but they want to actually pay. And I said no, that, I don't mind supplying these kits because I was going to actually give them away at Goodwill or one of the thrift stores locally. And if my neighbors could use them, I'm happy just to give them away. But they said your time is worth, something, and the tips that you're giving us. And I noticed that a lot of the people don't even want to use my stuff. They went out and they purchased kits for Amazon and from Michael's and brought those with them. I think they just feel bad. So that's fine. I don't want them to feel that way, but I totally get it. I understand why they feel that way. So anyway, they suggested that they wanted to put out a donation jug or jar and let people make a donation for, the time it takes me to set up and tear down and, give them tips and so forth and so on. And I said, no, that's not necessary, but they all were looking at each other, shaking their head, yes. So if that's what they want to do, that's fine. It's really nice of them. But anyway, they do want to get together again, so we're going to do it again at the end of the month. And they want to use some of their extra drills, so some of them are going to be doing off canvases, and others will be just bringing the canvas that they're working on, their whip. There were a few new people that had never diamond painted before, and I would say that they were very happy with learning the craft. And one person forgot her glasses, so she had sort of a hard time because she just didn't realize that she would need her reading glasses. But anyway, we got through it, and it was to end at 3 o'clock, and we actually stayed till about 3:30, quarter to 4. Again, it was getting ready to rain. That seems like the time that we start getting the thunder and the raindrops. But anyway, it was just a good time, and I feel like it was a huge success. Oh, but this week has been busy, and my grandson just got picked up to spend the night at his dad's. We started out with breakfast out, went to Bob Evans, then we hit the pet store across town. They have the kind of bird food that my bird likes, so we went there. Then we went to Goodwill, and before we did the pet store, we went to Ross, and I got a nice windbreaker and a pair of Clark sandals, Cloud Steppers, and I got my grandson a soccer jersey, not realizing it was $7.99, not realizing until I got home that the original tag on it was $100. It was like, what? But I guess those soccer jerseys are up there in price. But anyway, he was real excited to get it. He found it and begged me, and I looked and I saw it was $7.99. I was like, yeah, why not? Then when we were at Goodwill after the pet store, he went into the men's room. I was waiting outside for him, and he came out and he said that the seat was all wet and he didn't know it, and he had a big wet spot on the back of his shorts. So I said, well, let's just go over to the shorts aisle, you know, the boys' shorts, and let's get you a pair of shorts to wear. So he found a really cool pair of blue Adidas shorts in size 8, which is his size, and he went in the restroom and switched them out and wore those throughout the rest of the trip. So he made out pretty good. We picked up a few other things, but it was a pretty fun day. We got home just before it really started pouring and lightning and thundering and all that noise. And now it's calmed down a bit, but I took the dogs out just before I hopped online here to do this video, and it started raining on us, so, which my dogs, they don't care. They don't mind getting wet. I had Toby out. Toby is doing so good on that L-theanine that's in those chews. He is like a different dog, I have to tell you. We've been doing walks the last couple of days. Of course, he gets a little fearful when he sees a loud car or truck go by, or, you know, people walking too close to him, you know, with their dogs or whatever. He's not afraid of other dogs, but he's afraid of people. But he is not freaking out like he had been. So I'm pretty excited about that. Today I gave Dottie a little bit of it because when the thunder and the lightning started striking, she started shivering and shaking, and I gave her half of the chew. It calmed her right down, like within 10 minutes. She was acting like she didn't have a care in the world. So it's working for both my dogs. Some people say they use it to keep their dogs from licking their paws. It's like a nervous thing. But I don't know. You know, I don't know if it would work for all dogs or not, but I guess it's worth a try. Let's see. All right, so that is the rest of the peas, I guess. Yeah, I can't remember what I did the last couple days. It's kind of a blur. I did a lot of chores, a lot of cleaning, and then of course did some babysitting. Well, he's not a baby, but you know what I mean. Come on, there's one of them. Just wanting to stay in this. There we go. But I'm looking forward this weekend to getting a lot of diamond painting done. So hopefully that'll happen, because I'd like to get through this one and start another one, or at least get to my other whip that's just been kind of hanging out. Oh, when I was at Goodwill, I picked up this vintage looking box. I'll show it to you. I won't show you all my Goodwill stuff. I bought, you know, quite a few things, but I'll give you a look and see here. So I saw this in the wood aisle, and it looked like it was hand painted. So I'm always interested in handmade stuff. So they're just, a couple peaches. And it's a real nice box. It's kind of farmhouse style. There is some smudge there. I could probably get that off. And then it's just black inside. Has hinges. And it's a nice size for putting some of my diamond painting supplies in. So for right now, all I had in it, because I haven't organized my stuff again, but I got this little thing, and most of the magnets are on my refrigerator. My grandson, I don't know if you could see the refrigerator from here. It's over there. But he made me that diamond picture. And there's no diamonds on it, but it's a picture of a diamond, which I thought was pretty cute that he did that. So these are all push pins, but they have like a flat head to them. And there's a whole bunch of them in here. Probably like 25 of them, I would say. And then there's one big one. And then there's these little clips, just tiny little clips. That, if you roll your canvas, it would probably be, it's a very strong clip too. And then the magnets, there are 2 of every color, and there's like 5 colors. So the magnets are just like little round balls with a little magnet on the end. And I thought, you know what? Actually, it's probably strong enough to hold back my, yeah. So there, I've got it right here. So I went ahead and I just took 3 of them off the refrigerator. I took a pink, like a yellowish green, and a blue one. Like I said, it's just got like a little, thing on the bottom, a little magnet. So I got that for $1.99, and just odds and ends. But I like that box. I like organizing stuff, and I like boxes, and that's just really pretty with the peaches. And what else? Oh, I got a brand new pair of jeans at the Goodwill. They still had the tags on them, and they're Bandolino. I've had Bandolino shoes before, and I always liked them. So I thought, well, let me try the jeans on, and they fit me just like they were made for me. And I have a hard time sometimes finding jeans that aren't too tight or aren't too loose, just that right fit. And when I tried them on, there was no question about it. It was like, oh, these are so comfortable. And they don't look baggy, and they don't look tight. So they were $7.99. Red tags were half off. I couldn't find anything red tag, but that's okay. And what else? What else did I get? I had an armload of stuff. We looked at housewares, and we looked at baskets. We looked at wallets. We looked at purses. And yeah, so it was a fun day. It went by quick. So like I said, I'm going to put a picture of my party as my thumbnail. I took everyone's face and made like a little emoji over their face. And, but you can see the table set up. You can't really see what they're doing. But, in the future, I may get them, to be in like a little group together holding what they're working on. And another thing is, a lot of them that had attended the first party brought completions to share with everybody. I had told them if they want to share what they had completed to go ahead and bring them, and they did. And it was very interesting for those who had never diamond painted before. And I also had some samples of what I had finished. So, and then 3 of the people brought goodies, because I told them, bring your own snack, bring your own drink, all supplies are included, but you have to supply your snacks and drinks. And one person baked homemade red velvet cupcakes, and another person brought 3 different kinds of homemade bread: a banana bread, chocolate chip, and blueberry. Oh, it was so good. And then another person, they had just gotten back from visiting friends in New York, where they're from, and they brought back a barrel or like a tin container of New York popcorn. So it was really nice. I love my neighbors. They're so sweet. So anyway, just enjoying the evening. It's Thursday, and I don't have big plans for tomorrow. I am hoping, like I said, to get some diamond painting done. It'll probably be rainy in the afternoon. That's typical for our summers. So my bird is watching birds chirping on the Chromebook. He doesn't get frightened when it storms outside. I don't have to move him away from the window. He is very content to sit on his perch and watch the weather. My dogs are sleeping right now. They ate dinner. I cooked a pizza, just one of those Elio pizzas, because my grandson wanted to eat before he went to his dad's. They eat dinner late, usually not till about 8 o'clock at night. So he knew that he would probably be hungry before then. So we had some pizza. He went to a baseball game with his stepdad. Yeah, last night he went to the minor league Mets game here in Vero Beach, well, St. Lucie, and it was his first baseball game, and he loved it. And he got a foul ball. They found it, actually. They didn't catch it in the stands. And he got, my son-in-law bought him a pin to add to his pin collection. And he got a baseball cap. So he was really into it. And he turned on the TV today when he came home from all our shopping, and he was watching a baseball game, the Major League Mets game. And downstairs just, talking away and whatever they do when they're kind of ranting, and I don't know, I guess there's a certain verbiage for that, but he was, screaming at him and carrying on like he'd been watching baseball for years. He's so cute. I got some pictures of him in his soccer jersey with his sports shorts. Gosh, he's growing up. Growing up so fast. So blessed. I hope you all are doing good and you're able to get some diamond painting in this weekend. Happy 4th of July tomorrow. we have no plans. I am pretty much staying inside. I'll probably give my dogs some of that calming chew. It's like a natural dog chew. And I will be with them in case there's a lot of fireworks going off, because they get a little bit scared of loud noises. Not too bad, but in our neighborhood isn't that bad. If they have fireworks, they usually stop, before it gets too late. Like, I think the main fireworks are like at 7, 8, maybe 9 o'clock, and then it starts settling down. By 10 o'clock, there's really not much noise going on at all. But I know there's some neighborhoods that they start a day early or even sooner, and they're still shooting off fireworks days later. At least that's how my old neighborhood used to be. It used to drive me crazy. But, I was telling you how much I like the food that I'm giving my dogs, and they love it. But it is really kind of a pain in the respect that the way it comes and how you have to get it out of the package, and it's kind of messy, and it's kind of labor intensive. Today I let it thaw just perfectly, and it slid right out of the sleeve that it's in, and I was able to cut it up and bag it in plastic bags for portions. But I saw something advertised that I thought I would go ahead and give a try. And it is kind of the concept of a Keurig, a coffee Keurig machine, where you take the little cups of their food, which is freeze dried, and you place it into the machine. You could do this without the machine by just adding like boiling water or real hot water and letting it sit until it absorbs the water. And you could even give it to them freeze dried. There's options there. But I went ahead and I ordered the little contraption. It's like a little appliance, and all you have to do is pop the little K-cup, I'll just call them K-cups, into this appliance, shut the lid. It reads the barcode on the bottom of the cup, so it knows what portion it is, because for big dogs, of course, the portions are bigger than for the small dogs. And it also knows how long to steam it or cook it. And it cooks it to 95 to 105 degrees, which they say is the perfect temperature for dogs. For one, the aroma when the food is warmed up is much stronger and more appetizing. But another thing is, they said when dogs, way back would hunt for their food, that's the temperature that they would eat their food. When they would catch something alive, it'd be between 95 and 105. So anyway, it comes out of the machine, you peel the top off, and you put it in their dish, and it's ready to eat. And that's basically it. And I thought, wow, that is easy. I like that. So I went ahead and got the 50% off for the trial offer, which is 15 days. So they get 1 K-cup for morning and 1 for night. So that's 30 of them for 1 dog, 60 for 2 dogs, naturally. So I'm getting 60, and I picked the chicken bowl. No, I didn't pick the chicken bowl. I put in their profile, and they actually selected for them the chicken bowl, which was the cheapest. But I picked a beef because my one dog, Dottie, loves the beef of anything. She likes, and plus she has allergies, and sometimes I wonder if she has an allergy to chicken, but I really don't think she does. But anyway, so I ordered the beef bowl, and I ordered the one that's called the protein bowl. And what's in the protein bowl is the organ meats. from chicken and beef and not a lot of vegetables. Whereas in the beef and the chicken bowls, they have barley, they have sweet potato in one.
I got a diamond paint.
You did?
I
Okay.
find it.
Okay.
Diamond paint.
Thank you, Audrey. I got it, baby. Thank you. That my granddaughter, she says she found a diamond paint. She found one of these little drills and she brought it to me. Her feet are real sweaty all the time and they stick to her feet. So that's probably what happened. But anyway, yeah, so the beef bowl I think has the barley and the green beans. It doesn't have the sweet potato, it has something else in it. And then the chicken one has the sweet potato. I think it does also have some barley, green beans, but it looks like a food bowl. It looks like it's got chunks of beef, chunks of vegetables, and the food I'm giving him, the farmer's dog, is like in a log and you slice it and it's more like a pate, but there's chunks in it. You know, you see the vegetables and the chickpeas and the green beans and the carrots, but it's more like the consistency of pate. You know, it's not, it doesn't look like people food necessarily. Like this stuff that you pour out of the K-cup, it looks like food that you and I would eat from, you know, a place that had like a burrito bowl or something. It's hard to explain, but anyway, I'm going to give it a try. I got 50% off, so it was really reasonable for 60 containers of food. And I'm hoping that they like it because it will make my life easier for prep time. Oh, and it's called Feed Artie, Artie, in case anyone was like, well, you know, let me check into that and see what that's all about. But yeah, it's called Feed Artie. It's family owned. And they have good customer service. I had to live chat with them when I was first ordering. I had some questions about when I could expect it. And then I also sent them an email a little bit later because I had another question about something. I don't remember what it was now. And they got back to me right away, like within a couple hours. The live chat actually got back to me in like 10 minutes, but the email came in a couple hours after I'd sent it. So that was good. I'll see. My dogs don't like it. Well, back to the drawing board. Well, I'll go back to Farmer's Dog. I have not like paused their food. I set the date for the next delivery out a month so that I would have time to see if this other food was going to work for me better. But if it doesn't, I'll just continue to get the Farmer's Dog because they really do like that food. It's just Mom doesn't like to have to go to all the work it is to, you know, get it out of the package and get it into individual serving sizes, and I don't know how else to do it. So, and I think I'm going to do H. G, H. H is blue. This canvas has so many colors. So many pretty colors. 27 colorful beads. 27 different colorful beads. Yeah, they're all purples, blues, oranges, pinks, reds, greens. No black, no brown, no gray. Well, there is one gray. No, there's two gray, but there's 3 or 4 different purples, 3 or 4 different pinks, 3 or 4 different blues. So We got yellow. I really, really enjoy these colorful ones. And I have to catch up on my video watching because I have not been watching any videos the last 2 or 3 days. So I'm quite behind again. That seems to happen when, you have family responsibilities. My grandson doesn't want to watch diamond painting videos, so we watch what he wants to watch, or mostly do what he wants to do, which is playing games, playing outside, and that kind of thing. We went to the pool yesterday. So anyway, I think that's probably all the news that I have. And once again, I just wanted to give everybody a post update on my diamond painting party. I can't think of anything else on that except that, we just had so much fun. And everybody wants to do it again. I had a couple people that couldn't make it that said that they wanted to go. So they right away got in touch with me and told me that they were sorry they couldn't make it, which that's fine, but that they wanted to know when the next one was. So I think it's going to be better on Saturday. Sunday's hard for some people because if they're working, Monday is a work day and they try to wrap up loose ends on Sunday. A lot of people have church, and one of the ladies, she does church in the morning and church in the later morning or early afternoon. So she was hoping that we would do another Saturday in the coming months. And so, that's our plan, is to do Saturday. I like Saturday better also. So anyway, that's all I've got. You guys take care, and I'll be back as soon as I can. Bye.